Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations. Good evening and namaste to you, my explorers. Blessings to all of you on this beautiful Saturday evening. Explorations with Leslie Tanner, ready to blast off. It's me, Leslie, host and creator of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations. Well, tonight we set our sights, turning a page from a very successful and very active ladies' night. We're gonna dial in mediocrity in our lives. We're looking to the craft of our hobbies to point the way. That and much more tonight on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Good evening, my explorers. How are we all doing? Namaste to each and every single one of you. Already here, already in the chat, already excited, looking for that early worm because my early birds are ready. Namaste to all of you. How are we doing? Blessings and namaste. It's a wonderful Saturday night. I am absolutely amped up on another Celsius and some tap water. So you know I'm feeling good. I'm feeling ready. I'm feeling enthused to get each and every single one of you to the next level that we speak about so frequently here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste. Wow, how is everyone doing? How is everyone feeling in the chat right now? I can feel the energy is already pretty electric. But honestly, you know what? I wouldn't blame you if it wasn't electric, because last night, guys, wow. What a stream last night. What a stream. What an exploration last night. Every once in a while, if you were there for it, every once in a while, we dip our toes into the water of women. And we do a ladies' night. And usually when we do a ladies' night, we are joined by a special guest co-host, not Mish, my temporary roommate, who did an okay job. Let's be honest about it. Wandering Robot Studio, the weight of my mediocrity is both massive, but at the same time, underwhelming. Now that's interesting, you see, because let's get into that Wandering Robot Studio, because we can make a perfectionist thing out of mediocrity. Who's the most mediocre? Would a truly mediocre person be wondering about that? No. Namaste to Wandering Robot Studio. Already ahead of the ball, already ready to rock and roll. I can see you've got your game face on. And you got your jersey on. It's a beautiful Sunday morning for you. Blessings to you. Not me says I did a really good job. You're mediocre. Okay, yeah, that's right. That's why I'm streaming to about 40,000 people right now. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, a Saturday night. What a beautiful time to dial it in, dial that energy in for a beautiful exploration, a Saturday night exploration. And Lord knows, since it's a Saturday night, it is a what? You guys know what the word I'm going to use already is. You've heard me say it before, and you're going to hear me say it again. Sensual. Saturday nights are for sensuality. That which is beyond verbiage. That is, it was beyond language. The sensuality, realizing that the language that we use to communicate and build bridges is actually a prison. It is actually a prison. It is killing us. So every once in a while, we got to let loose. Don't we, guys? Don't we, brothers and sisters? Don't we got to let loose? So, yeah, let's sit back, relax, pull that hair, that ponytail down, get the top back on the old Sebring, and let's do a little bit of sensual jazz music. That's just a little taste of what's to come. We're just getting started, guys. We're just digging our heels. We just sat down and looked at the meal. We can smell the rest of it coming through the other room. The waft and the greens. We got the mac and cheeses. We got the big old turkey wings. It's a Sunday feast at Jazz Express. Yeah, just a little bit, just a little taste. Because, sometimes I look back at the VODs, and I'm going to be honest with you, I look back at the VODs, I go to the Jazz Express, and I see how I'm doing. First of all, I'm doing wonderfully. I'm dialed in, and I'm thrusting such a spiritual energy through the screen that it is extremely overwhelming for me to even look at, let alone, I'd imagine, for any of you. Now, but one thing I've noticed, is like there's some room for some tickles. There's some room for some light grazing of the clitoris in a spiritual sense. Do you know what I mean? The light grazing of the clitoris, that you've got the different parts of the clitoris, and also we can lightly graze the clitoris. We don't got to jackhammer it. We don't got to write a novel on it. Lord knows, namaste. Sometimes you got to do some tickles. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about, so here we go. That's a tickle. That is a master class in tickle. It's funnily enough, I did, back in my day, I took some lessons, I took some classes in how to jazz. I wanted to be a jazz musician. And in that, one thing that they don't teach you enough, one thing they don't teach you in the jazz schools, ladies and gentlemen, is tickling 101. They should teach 4 levels of tickling through jazz at every accredited university or any program purporting to teach jazz music. Namaste. Wow. Blessings and namaste to all of us. Gorgeous evening we're having already. Very wonderful to be with you. My name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. So guys, as I said before, we're just getting settled in, and so let's dial it up a little bit. Let's ride into home base and get this line open, because I need to speak to you. I want to get into hobbies. I want to get into our hobbies tonight. How is everybody doing? First of all, though, I'm seeing some more names in chat. I just want to take a second. Hi. Thank you for joining us. It's wonderful to have you, and namaste. Thank you. Ellie Benelli, blessings. 6 months, and all I can say is, wow, the program works. Ellie Benelli, beautiful. Thank you so much, hon. Really appreciate that. You are a light in the darkness. Ellie Benelli, thank you so much for your continued commitment here to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. We simply would not be what we are without your warmth, without your clarity, without your little bit of, sugar and spice and something nice or something. If you know what I mean. Thank you so much. Blessings and namaste. I've got Wandering Robot Studio, though. It did share with something that I do want to. I want to kind of circle back on something that. Well, Hypocryptomatic. Good. Thank you for joining us. I don't know where you were for Ladies' Night. Accredited Impressed. Most of your audience doesn't know that word. Interesting. So Hypocryptomatic swinging at everyone in chat, saying you guys are knuckle dragging morons. You couldn't tell your ass from a hole in the ground. In a sort of colloquial parlance, coming from Hypocryptomatic tonight. Very, very intense. Very intense. Namaste, and thank you so much. Appreciate that. I want to circle back around to Wandering Robot Studio that shared something pretty interesting, and I want to get back on that. I want to kind of, because it's interesting to me. And when my mind gets peaked up, I got to listen. I'm curious as a cat. Here we go. Wandering Robot Studio, for 100 bits, shared the term clitoris. Clitoris, the Taurus being the word, the horse, the astrological, I think it's an astrological sign, I believe. Taurus, right? That's an astrological thing. Taurus, a horse, the horse sign, I think. And so I love that. I'm imagining, a couple things about that. First of all, I like imagining a horse clitoris. I like imagining, an even bigger clitoris than I've ever seen in my life. The program works. Craigulators. The program works of Craigulators. 38 months. Guys, we're almost at 40 months. We are in the years with some of these explorers now, guys. And the program works. Somebody's been around for nearly 40 goddamn months of their life, and they're still saying the program works, then goddamn it, the program works. Namaste. Thank you so much. Now, as I was saying, I was imagining a clitoris. I was imagining a clitoris, one thing I like imagining about a horse clitoris is the hood being thick, like a thick leather. You know what I mean? Like a lazy boy armrest on a real nice one, like a real nice lazy boy armrest. You open it up, you got a little compartment for the remotes, and you got a little cup holder as well underneath the flap. You've got maybe on the other side, you can open up, put your TV guide in there, and maybe some snacks. But anyway, when it's down though, when it's Trav Cam 0, abortion survivor, funny. That's funny. Your mom just like, nuh-uh, I can feel a bad vibe with this one. Because of the program, I haven't taken my lithium in months. Thank you, Leslie. At TravCam, it's been my absolute pleasure to walk with you on this journey, walking with you and making sure that you don't take your lithium. Hopefully the ladies listened up last night as well when I said to stop taking their meds. We do not want ladies on meds, period. We want that beautiful, beautiful, untethered, divine femininity coming from our women, coming from our ladies, expressing themselves. Blessings. Get the meds, throw them in the trash. Lithium, Lexapro, Xannies, any kind of benzo, any kind of downer, any kind of antipsychotics. Get them in the trash. Get rid of your thyroid meds. Get rid of your goddamn blood pressure meds. Throw them in the trash. We want all women. I don't want to mess around. I don't want to mess around. Lomus whatever. Taurus is a bull, so good luck finding the clit on that, genius. Lomus whatever with a real fucking smart mouth on her tonight. Oh, calling me a genius, sort of sarcastically. No, I'm not. I'm not. That didn't get over my head. I saw that coming, and I appreciate that wit as always, Little Miss Whatever. Thanks for joining us, Little Miss Whatever. But also thank you and namaste, Little Miss Whatever. But also, listen. If sometimes you gotta make the clit. Sometimes blit. You gotta make a blit, a boy clit. You call it a blit. That's right. I don't think anyone's ever said that before. You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. I'm gonna tickle that blit. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna drill down. I'm gonna do all the tricks. I'm gonna whisper. I'm gonna whisper. I'm gonna tickle it. I'm gonna graze the hood. I'm gonna lift that hood back on the blit. Namaste. Flicking my blit right now. It says poorer. Blessings and namaste. That's gorgeous. Oh, I love that. I am absolutely in love with that. Mindful exposures over at you. Also, guys, hello to my YouTubes. Hello to my YouTubers coming at me from YouTubeLive.com. I'm seeing mindful exposures. I'm seeing woo. I'm seeing. Also, I saw. Who did I see earlier? I saw somebody a little bit earlier. Who did I see? Who did I see? Who did I see? I saw somebody a little bit earlier. Slow Boy Whiteboard. I saw Underhill. I saw. There was one more. There was one big man. Namaste to you. Wow. Blit. Hashtag blit. Get that boy clit. And probably the boy clit is just the skin underneath the shaft as it leads up to the head. You know, that sensitive little patch. That's the blit. But also it's a more ephemeral than that. I don't like nailing it down. So let's not define. Let's not bog ourselves down with definitions this early. We just created something really special in blit. In the blit. Namaste. Oh my goodness gracious. Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding. Yeah, there's something there. There's something there, Mother Nipple Bomb. You're cooking with a little bit of gas. You're cooking with a little bit of gas over there. I appreciate it. Namaste. Now, guys, we've done some really tremendous work already. I can feel the steam building up. I'm feeling the excitement building up here at Exploration. We're just getting that engine warm. We're just hearing it rev. We're slowly letting it purr. We're dealing with the long haul, both in the micro and the macro. We're thinking marathons. We're thinking lifetimes. We're thinking about transforming life for a lifetime. And if you do that, you know you gotta let that engine warm up. You gotta let it purr. You gotta let all the gas and the carburetor sort of come to its own little homeostasis and whatnot. So and I feel like we've done exactly that. Blessings and namaste. Good to see you, Mother Nipple Bottom. Did you make it to Ladies' Night last night? I'm having trouble recalling. It's such a high intensity evening for me. I'm having to work extra hard, dialing in empathetically to the women. I'm trying really hard for the women for Ladies' Night. So hopefully you were there, Mother Nipple Bottom. Namaste and blessings. Okay, so as I was saying, guys, let's get through a couple thingies. Huh? Let's get through a couple. No, that's not right. That's not right. There's a thing I gotta. There, fuck it. Namaste, guys. So couple quick orders of business, and let's dive right into those numbers. We got to open up this line. I got to speak to you about your hobbies. I want to give my little 2 cents right up top, and then dive in, and I want to explore with you. I really want to get into it. I want to get into it fast with you. I want to get into it deeply with you. Namaste. Tonight is a sensual night. Like I said, Saturday night. Every Saturday is for sensuality. Saturday is beyond speech, beyond the mind. It is the confluence of mind, body, and spirit. Blessings to you. And that's the kind of energy we're taking to hobbies in our exploration tonight. So real quick, guys, listen, we've got first order of business is the P.O. Box, as you know. I love getting mail from you guys. If you want to send me something, P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. Write to me right there. Send me a package, send me a postcard. Send me little pictures of of Hispanic families at a photo booth that you pick up at the mall, the extras. German royalty does that, and I love it. And send me, goddamn it, I love the connection with you all. I love broaching that fourth wall with each and every single one of you. Namaste. So it's P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647, Chicago, Illinois 60647, P.O. Box 47621. Yes. We doubled up on that? Oh, Lord, no. We don't need that. Get out of here. All right, so then, like I was saying, guys, let's take it on over. Second order of business. You know what I'm about to say anyway. But guys, listen. If you've seen the call-in show, and some of you, and some of you haven't. Some of you are just getting here. Hendershot, namaste to you over Hendershot at YouTube. God damn it, it's good to see you. I'm so glad that you could find us on a Saturday night, huh? So glad that you could find us on a goddamn Saturday night. Blessings and namaste to you. All right, we're getting into hobbies tonight. So guys, if you've seen this call-in show at work, and you know you've seen the magic happen, you've seen the lives transformed, and you know that you're ready for more. You're ready for some extra materials. You're ready for that extra credit. You're ready for the real meat and potatoes of the program. Well, you can find that at the Community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. I just dropped a link into the chat right now. If you are called for just a couple dollars to get the monthly postcard, to get the videos, to get the podcast, to get the et ceteras, hit me up, namaste. Blessings to you, all right? Click that link for some instructions. There's a free tier. I made some materials available for people just wanting to dip their toe. Also, people that are just too poor, you know, and I understand that. It's rough being poor. I understand. I haven't known this knowledge for, you know, a while, you know, since you've seen the success of the program. But namaste. If you are poor, I've thrown a couple crumbs off the table that we're all just enjoying a feast on every day. Namaste. Kayla, good to see you. Crispy Kissinger, a namaste to you. Good to have you guys. Oh, YouTube's lively over there right now, everybody. YouTube is lively. Blessings and namaste. Good day. So tonight we're getting into themes. Tonight we're getting into hobbies, and we've got through the orders of business. A couple words about the Community of Devoted Light a little bit later. But listen, here's my deal about hobbies. I'm not going to dwell on this too long before we open the lines, but as I said, tonight, devoting our energy to hobbies. Now, the thing about hobbies, and this is something that gets lost. This is why I think it's so important to broach in a Leslian sense, in an exploratory sense. And of course, I got to have my own little spin on it, my own little approach. I wouldn't be Leslie without it. Now, one thing I've noticed on this World Wide Web, on social media. One thing I've noticed over and over and over again, and increasingly so over the days, months, years that the social media has been around, is that I remember back in the day, back in the 2000s, yeah, maybe we remember the 2000s. It was a Wild West, right? You could just as easily find horrendous gore and graphic pornography as you could any other damn ass thing. A fun little gif of a mouse doing little laps around a racetrack, a tiny little racetrack. You could find something like that, but then you could find just on a website that looks like any other website, finding a young lady getting double penetrated. One time I saw, and then laughing, not feeling any amount of sexual gratification seemingly on her face, but getting double penetrated by two young black men and then squirting eels out of her pussy. Something like this. You might have seen this just as easily as you found a gif of Garfield saying, "I've actually had enough lasagna today," which is hard to, you know, Garfield heads know what I'm talking about. Back then, guys, one thing about the internet back then is that you could post pictures and videos. And there was no pressure for it to be that good, right? Social media wasn't what it is today. Because as the years have gone by, a lot of us have gotten wise that we could make a little bit of money on the internet, huh? One's in chat if you've made a little bit of money on the internet, huh? Through creating content, maybe you sold a couple prints, maybe you sold a t-shirt, maybe you just had some viral videos give you a little bit of this for a period of time. A lot of us figured this out. And when we figured this out, Lord knows, we leaned in. We leaned in. But one thing I've noticed is that our hobbies have been sucked dry of their soul. Now, many things could be written and said about what constitutes the soul of a hobby. Ladies and gentlemen, we have broached the topic and importance of mediocrity in our lives. We need to resist everywhere we can the siren song for us to be good and for things to be good. We could all create a long list of things that should be mediocre and are weirdly more resonant, better in a way, if they stay mediocre. But ladies and gentlemen, the reason I wanted to talk about hobbies tonight with all of you is because it is a critical area of our lives that is being absolutely gutted by the soulless, godless, modern social media internet we find ourselves in today. Ladies and gentlemen, the role of mediocrity in our lives, that we could go into a little room, that we could go on our phone and play Sudoku and not be that good at, that we could go into the garage and tinker at a snowmobile and be just dog shit at it, get a little lit with a neighbor, start talking about other stuff while you barely pay attention with things that could hurt you and possibly even kill you. These things are absolutely critical in our lives. Not the least of which is the avenue of mediocrity to the next level. We do not enter the halls of the next level that we speak about so frequently by being perfect, by being good, by being outstanding. Ladies and gentlemen, no. We enter the halls of the next level by acknowledging the call to be good, to be great, to be outstanding, and realizing that we will never be or maintain anything like that. We are doomed. We are dirt. We are inadequate. We are dog shit. And we may run from this, and we may get top tier 1 master crown level of Candy Crush. We might go into the garage and make a little business of our Subaru snowmobile, what's the word? Reupholstery Facebook Marketplace store. We might make a little bit of extra money. We might pay for itself. Ladies and gentlemen, little do you know, we are castrating ourselves. We are shaving our outer labia off. We are cutting off our scrotum and bleeding out as we dry up these avenues for mediocrity. So I'm going to open up the line right now, and as we get into hobbies tonight, I want to talk about your hobbies. I want to talk about hobbies that you used to have. I want to talk about ways for you to firm up the mediocrity in your life. I want to find ways for you to acknowledge and reinforce that you are nothing, going nowhere for all of time. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Hey, Leslie. How's it going? It's Chris.
Chris, great to have you back on the program. Chris, how you doing tonight?
Great. I enjoyed Spite, the discussions about Spite.
Of course.
I heard you talking about the internet and how it used to be in hobbies, and I got it. It's just not how it was anymore. Back in the day, you'd put something out, you'd make something, and if it was bad, you would just be like heckled into oblivion. And that's good because should people with no talent really attempt to try again and again? Will they ever really realize the fruits of their labors? There was no fruit there that was worth investing in the first, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
There's no
you know,
fruit.
there's this void of talent, you know, and you know, I can just see, you know, if I reached out to everyone in this Twitch chat right now and was like, let's start a project, you know, let's make something, you know, everyone's just chilling. What are they doing? Are they producing? Are they just consuming? You know,
Producing and consuming. Well, they're. Well, let's. You said a lot, and I like. There's plenty to chew on. You clearly thought. You're clearly bright. You clearly thought about this topic and have a lot of your own thoughts, which I think is beautiful. I do. I think it's beautiful, and I thank you for sharing that with me. One thing I'd like to
thank you for the rant.
No, yeah, but you could tell you've had some, you know, your balls have been blue. You've been blue balled. You had that stuff locked up and ready. You had one in the chamber for me, which I appreciate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I guess the place I want to start with you though is you mentioned the internet. You something I said about the early internet resonated with you, and you know there was something about sharing stuff on the internet. There was no fruit to be had, and I thought that was interesting. So tell me, back in the day. What's an example of something that you shared or in the past without any, you know, without looking to get anything out of it, right? You're just sharing it, you're posting it on whatever site. Maybe it was YouTube, maybe it was some audio site or something like this. And maybe your friends saw it, you know? Talk to me. What did you post back in the day?
Well, in my late teens, early 20s, played a lot of music. I was in a band and we put out some albums, and you know, I guess we didn't really care about the success of them. We just wanted to make music, and you know, it's like you know, it's kind of just like emo garbage, I guess you'd call it. But at the
emo
time,
garbage.
You know, I think our intentions were true. But you know, nowadays, if I were to go and, you know, make music, I don't know if I'd want to do it if there wasn't any sort of like gain, whether it be financial or whether, you know, because it's like, I feel like no one really gives a shit about anything indie really much anymore.
It's you know, that's interesting. So something that used to be your passion took it out of a hobby. It sounds like, you know, it sounds like you real quick communal vision that I didn't even see on the screen at the time from Mother Nipplebottom. Namaste, Mother Nipplebottom. The word hobby is old and it means small horse, which would still have a bigger dick than all of you. Interesting. So okay. So it sounds like music was fun, right? And you didn't have you might have classified as a hobby back in the day when you were doing it. But so talk to me. What's something in your life that even before I ask that, let me ask this. Given what music was to you at that time, when you were making it, this emo garbage, as you described it, which I would agree. Largely speaking, I think most emo is garbage, and that's why it's resonant in the first place, right? Not overly complicated. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah. Now I can. Sorry.
Okay. No. It's okay. Okay, so where music was in your heart at that moment in time, tell me, Chris, is there something in your heart even remotely close to that place now? Or has that place in your heart been sort of paved over and turned into a parking lot, so to speak?
Well, I had to pay my car insurance last month, so I had to sell my American Telecaster that I had since I was like a kid.
Ooh,
it was very sad.
That's a hit.
That kind of put the nail in the coffin a little bit, but I also just think like, I made a mashup album, and I used samples from some like top 40 artists. Like I used a Sabrina Carpenter sample, and like it didn't even go up for like, I don't know, a day before I got the MC down. So it's like you can't even, you just get shot down, but you can't even steal like famous people.
Where'd you put anymore,
it? You know, like SoundCloud, and I put it on like.
You got taken down on SoundCloud?
I know, right?
What the fuck is how does that work on SoundCloud? I listen to stuff all the time with samples on SoundCloud.
Maybe I had it linked from there, but you know, they went after it like Nintendo would. So it's like, I don't know, you just like, you know, it's just like they're punching down.
So, but okay, so let's. I'll agree with you. Let's say music is a dead end, and anybody that does it is wasting their time, and it's pointless and redundant.
Partially, because I found a new outlet though. So I've been going to different streams, and I listen to streamers, and I see they have clips, and then I like sample the clips, and I just make silly songs. And the intent was initially just to like try to embarrass them just for fun, but like they ended up loving the songs. So now I've probably made about 50 ones for different streamers, and people have asked me to like make them, but I don't respond. I just do the ones I want to do, and it's been so fun for me because like no one's really gonna see them or like care otherwise except for the people who get them. And anyway, but part of the reason I was going to call was I was going to see if you want a song made for fun using clips and stuff.
Absolutely, that sounds
channel.
great. Well, yeah. How about you want to use this song right here?
I write the music, and then I just take a bunch of your vocal clips and put it on and make it.
I see what you're saying.
Silly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. I would love to hear something like that. That sounds
I'd
so
love
fun.
to make it too. Yeah, thank you. And anyway, that was my 2 cents on hobbies. Dude, I didn't want to take up all the time, but I did want to, without like soliciting or sounding like I was like, say I wanted to make a song for you. So I'm totally gonna do that.
Well, listen, I'm glad that you found something that's even remotely close to what this emo garbage was in your life in the past. But you know, I want you to. You seem like a driven person, and you seem like possibly a creatively talented person. I haven't heard anything that you've made, but it sounds like you're familiar. You know your way around. So what I want to say to you is that I want to challenge you.
Okay.
I want to challenge you to find something to be mediocre at. Something that tickles your blit for just a second, maybe like a half an hour once or twice a week, and then you're done. You really don't think about it anymore. You're not using it to prove anything to yourself, make any kind of money, impress anyone. You do it. It tickles your little gooch for a second, and then you're done. And you don't get good at it. I want to see you be mediocre at something.
I have to pick something that I know I'll never be able to get better at, like trigonometry or something.
Yeah, does that tickle you for a second?
It tickles something. I don't know.
Let's start there. Go ahead and read through some trigonometry videos or something like that, and let's talk about. We'll go over some trigonometry next time you call. Okay?
Are you gonna like give me an equation next time?
Maybe. But if you don't know, it'll actually be good.
Yeah, I know, right?
You see what
yeah. Yeah.
Trigonometry. You could use Pythagoras theorem. Pythagorean theorem. Do you know what it is?
I'm like a squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Yep.
Maybe?
What about the quadratic
Yeah.
formula? Is that trigonometry? Or is that calculus?
Because we used to spend like all the time in math class. My buddy Adrian would just play the pass-out game in the back of class, and I just put notes on the top of his head after he passed out.
The pass out, is that where you like cut the circulation off to your brain and just kind of go down?
Yeah, I don't know what we were thinking.
Yeah, no, I love that. I mean, you can definitely die doing that, but that's what makes it good.
Amen.
Amen.
Namaste.
Well, namaste. Good luck, but not too much luck with the trigonometry. And I'd love to hear.
Thank you so
Let me
much.
know when you do this song. I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, can I just send it to you on like Discord or something?
Please,
or
yeah. Just tag. Yeah, throw it in the music channel on Discord and tag me.
Will do. All right, thank you so much, Leslie.
Namaste,
The
Chris.
program works.
Blessings, blessings to you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Beautiful. Wow. Gorgeous. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Wow, I got through. Oh, namaste, first of all.
Namaste to you. What's something?
You can call me Wide Load.
What was that?
Wide Load.
Wide load. Wide load. Is this your first time calling?
No, it's not.
You don't sound familiar. How long has it been?
I called in one other time.
Okay.
This is Hey Mom, look, I'm a dumbass.
Okay.
I'm formerly a ham sandwich.
Okay. Well, listen. Well, either way, Wide Load, I'm so glad to have you back on the program. So tonight we're talking about hobbies and specifically how to maintain and reinforce mediocrity in our lives. Talk to me right now. Where's your mind? What do you got? You sound like you got something kicking around in the old noggin already. Share it with me.
You could read me pretty well, huh? I don't know, just talking about mediocrity really made me realize I'm pretty mediocre myself.
Beautiful. Really, talk to me about that. What are you mediocre at?
Just about everything I do.
Ooh, look, give me a couple things. Give me an example.
Pretty mediocre at my job.
Ooh, what do you do for work?
Line cook.
And what kind of place?
Mostly fried chicken. You know.
Yeah.
I want to be KFC.
Oh, wannabe KFC. Not even a KFC. You don't even get the Kentucky Fried Glory of working at a KFC. You're at an offshoot KFC. Is it regional?
No. It's like individually owned.
I was gonna guess I was just talking about Chicken Express the other day with somebody, and I was like, oh, maybe it was a Chicken Express. I used to eat at Chicken Express. I used to get there was a Chicken Express in Denton, Texas that had a very special recipe of Dr. Pepper called Dublin Dr. Pepper. It's the only in that area. It's very special. And but listen, I don't mean to go on that tangent because what you're painting is bleak, but bleak in a very spiritually what's the word? Spiritually utilitarian way, in a Leslian sense. So mediocre at frying. How good at frying fried chicken can you even get at a sort of one of these places? Is there anybody that's actually really good at it?
I mean, you can only get so good at it. You just kind of drop it in the fryer and then it cooks itself.
Exactly.
So good.
Yeah. Do you do any of the prep? Do you like?
Yeah, I do the prep.
Larry Pickle Jar. Chicken Express is great for 3 bites, then it turns into fears of diarrhea, says Larry Pickle Jar, a Texan as well. A Texan expressing about Chicken Express. Namaste. Well, as I was saying, okay, so you're a line cook, fried chicken, you do the prep. Have you ever offered any kind of like, maybe we should try this with the prep? Maybe we should, do you brine the chicken?
Yeah, I've offered different suggestions or ideas, but they don't really, maybe because I'm so mediocre, they don't take to it or listen to it.
Right, maybe the ideas are bad.
Maybe.
Well, what was your big idea for prep or brining or something like this? What was your idea?
You use different seasoning on the chicken before we bread it, and make it taste a little better, or change up some of the recipes. The food's not as, I hate to say it, but bland.
Yeah. See, I'm already hearing. I'm already hearing some stuff that I'm really liking about even how you recount this. So, like, one quality, I'm sure you've seen some video or some quote or some inspirational. I'm doing a finger quote right now. Inspirational kind of BS about how to be great, how to be good and stuff. Yeah. And a lot of times with those, what you'll hear is like, in order to be good or great, you've got to have like resilience, right? You got to believe in yourself. You got to really deliver your energy, your thoughts, your ideas of change. And already what I'm hearing is, A, the idea wasn't that good with this fried chicken, all right? Already you're just like, hey, can we put some paprika in there or something like that? I'm like, that's not that strong of an idea. But then and even just recounting it to me, you're just like, you kind of were like shrugging with your tone of voice, which I absolutely
how'd you
love.
know? I actually was shrugging, huh?
Oh, brother, I can't. Oh, my heart is full right now. Listen, you, and I mean this completely genuinely, completely seriously, that we got a communal vision coming in. I can't wait to get this perspective from Larry Pickle Jar. Caller, have you ever considered that your problems in life are your constant self-deprecation and complete lack of personality and pizzazz?
Yeah, you're probably right, Larry. I can't refute that.
Listen,
Can't argue
you know,
there.
that's Larry Picklejar getting you. He's getting you with some
Hi,
jokes.
Larry.
That's that Larry, right? That's our Larry.
Good old Larry.
You know, that kind of stuff gets him banned on other channels. He gets banned. He walks into a channel and he's saying like, "You little dicked fat piece of shit," and then and surprise, surprise, the streamer doesn't enjoy it.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. So, thanks so much, Larry. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Larry.
Larry, blessings and namaste. Now, as I was saying though, and I mean this completely genuinely, that your lack of talent and lack of drive and lack of belief in yourself are, in an exploratory Leslian sense, put you so much further on the path to the next level than any. Sometimes I spend years essentially deprogramming people that are successful, that are, you know, self-affirming, resilient people. They are lost. They are miserable. They are so afraid. When I show them the truth that they are decaying in real time, they can't process it. They can't process it. They think that they're going up. The trajectory is only going up. You, on the other hand, know very intimately that's not the case, because it's not for you.
Yeah.
Listen, I can't tell you. Real quick, Camille Vision from Larry Picklejar again. Quote, "Fuck Uncle Joe show." Fuck Uncle Joe show. Interesting.
Fair enough.
Interesting. Yeah. You know, a couple minutes ago, I already forgot what I was going to say. So listen. Wide load. I love the absolute. I can feel the light dimming inside of you right now, and I know it's not going anywhere. And I want you to know genuinely, it's an inspiration to anyone in chat who is ready to be inspired, who is ready to take the leap and let the program work in their heart. So I want to thank you for what you've given us tonight, Wide Load.
Thank you, and I encourage everyone to take the leap.
Especially women. Women. You know, last night sometimes we do ladies' night, and then we get off on this girl power bullshit, and I try my best to nip it in the bud. You know, I know exactly, right? That was that's nails on a chalkboard to me. But listen, yeah, but you're on the right track, and I want you to know I'd say, you know, keep going, but you're barely going as it is, and it's already you're in a great position to get to the next level. So let's just keep chiseling away, all right, bud?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Namaste to you, Wide Load. Blessings.
Namaste.
Namaste. Laser Shark. Brother Laser Shark, it is so good to see you. Blessings and namaste, and good evening to you, and namaste as well. Laser Shark over at youtube.com. Everybody welcome Laser Shark. Everybody welcome Laser Shark. I could feel like, you go into a hospice center and you can walk. I do a lot of work in hospice care centers. Really inspirational to me. These people, they're fucked. A building full of people are absolutely fucked. And it's the thing about hospice, and this might seem obvious, but the light is dimming and it's only getting dimmer. What a fruitful, moist soil upon which to plant the seeds of explorations. I love going there and introducing them to the four tenets. They're basically already there. They're basically already on the next level. JJ plays Pog. Blessings and namaste. Let's go, says JJ Plays. Namaste, 31 months. Brother with the prime. Thank you so much, JJ. Namaste to you, JJ. Blessings and namaste. Good evening to you. Are you with your lady? Give your lady my best, JJ. Give your lady my best. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Not me. I don't want to do anything, including my hobbies. Well, listen, we need to get you motivated, but not too motivated. Motivated, but not too motivated. Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
It's JJ.
JJ! King Mod JJ. Namaste to you, brother. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing well. I figure it's been a while.
It has, huh?
Talk about hobbies.
It has. We're talking about hobbies. So yeah, let's just jump right in, JJ. You don't call up on a whim or an accident. Someone tells me you got something cooking in that noggin of yours. Share it with me.
Maybe. I mean, hobbies are, it's whatever you make of it, right? Some people like to fucking like crochet. Some people like to, I don't know, hoard their fingernail clippings in a jar. You
Sure.
know, whatever you're into. I'm not one to judge.
Yep.
But yeah, as far as hobbies go, I don't know. Now I'm in a juxtaposition of what is hobby and what is work. What is the line?
Now, listen, I'm so glad that you brought that up. JJ, listen, I'm going to repeat this for the chat just so they understand what we're getting into. And I really want to underline this theme as very important. Because one thing that I was trying to get at in my opening statement for hobbies tonight is that where is this line between hobby and work, hobby and a passion project, hobby and an entrepreneurial venture? Where is the line? How do we define it? It used to be such that you could open up the newspaper, get one job, have it for the rest of your life, buy a house, and have a family with that single income. Now, as soon as you got any kind of, if you can ink out even an ounce of motivation and passion, we're programmed to sort of drill down on that. Get merch, right?
Yeah.
I thought about playing a harmonica. You better get some merch. You know what I mean? So I think this is a very important question, this question of hobby, where does it begin and end? So let's start with you, though, JJ. You know, you have an entrepreneurial spirit. You dabble, you move. You're an adaptable guy, right? You're looking to make stuff happen.
Thank you, yeah. I try. Fucking try.
You fucking try. Well, let's start with you, though. Hobby. Do you have hobbies, or would you say that you fall victim to the trend that I just outlined? You know, the sort of preying upon yourself, upon your own mind, for turning a hobby into this, that, and the other venture that's more than a hobby.
Yeah, it's interesting. So we've been doing entrepreneurial stuff. We've been making money by selling items.
Sure.
A wide range of items. And
what are a couple of those items? Can you give us a couple examples? What are those items?
Some of it is like random shit, like off of Facebook Marketplace that we're flipping. Other things are like Playboy magazines was one of our biggest sellers. People love Playboy magazines. And then now it's been trading cards. And trading cards is like that weird, like, oh, it's such a hobby to so many people. But now I'm on the opposite side of like, I'm selling these cards, I'm making money off of these cards, and I'm capitalizing on hobbies.
Mother Nipplebottom with a quick communal vision. Mother Nipplebottom shares with us, my hobbies are relaxing. So if it's a job, it isn't relaxing. I tried, and it sucked. Interesting. I'd love to. Now, as always, you know, Mother Nipplebottom deliberately and thoughtfully weaving many themes of the program into a single little phrase, a single little message. I'd love to delve into that with you. Mother Nipplebottom, give us a call tonight, okay? Now, JJ, we're making money here on the other side. So you're saying, if I'm hearing you correctly, what I hear you saying is that this is actually no longer a hobby for you?
Oh yeah, it's like for trading cards. Like I did have some enjoyment in card games, right? Like this is like Magic cards, there's Disney cards, it's like Pokemon, stuff like that from like your childhood that you're like, yeah, cool, nostalgia.
Right, nostalgia, yeah.
But now it's just, it's just a matter of like making money. Like it's just like, there's no enjoyment to be like, yeah, you look at a card, you go, oh, that's pretty. Oh, but it's $400. Oh, okay, well that's out the goddamn door. Bye bye. You know.
Well, talk to me.
There's no joy in me like being like, oh, let me collect these cards. Let me like play with it. My mind now is soiled because all I can think of, and this is like a good thing in the business aspect, but all I can think of is the numbers and the money that's tied to the cards. So there's no enjoyment for me to be like, oh, let me hold on and make a deck and play. Like, no, that's like $500 worth of shit. Why am I gonna, it's soiled. It's absolutely the whole genre of trading card games are soiled to me now because I have too much of a bro business mindset for it that I can't enjoy the cards now.
And like you said, on one hand, from a business aspect, this is positive, right? You got that calculating business sales mind. And sales, it really does require that kind of athleticism, that kind of doggedness in order to be successful at it, right? It's a constant thing. It's a very active thing. You can't just sit back and just send some emails and then it does itself, basically.
Right.
So
yeah, it's kind of bullshit. It's just all bullshit, man. I just don't like it now.
So okay,
I
so
like
then
it. That's the thing is like I still like it. I still like the idea of like, oh, I'm touching them. I get to see them and I'm profiting off of it, which is sick. But no enjoyment.
Well, talk to me.
No true enjoyment in the game.
Talk to me about true. I mean, that's the thing, though. Like we can't discredit the game based on the game's own logic. But we have to step outside that logic for a moment and see how much of our life it's consuming. So I'm worried about you in the context of the program, JJ. So in the context of the program, what we need to do is we need to find something that maybe we are looking for something that we know you're not going to be outstanding at in any way. Maybe let's say that because your brain maybe is predisposed to just kind of churn a business thing out of it, right? Let's capitalize. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
You grew up pretty poor, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and having to make things happen for yourself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So listen, you've got this active part of your brain, and we need to find a way around it. So, what I propose, you tell me what you think about this.
Okay.
Do you want to try to brainstorm some stuff that you're just gonna be kind of dog shit at?
Ooh, yeah, sure.
And it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be that you'll like doing it. Let's not get to that point yet. I just really want to think. What do you know you're not talented at? And before that, you brainstorm. We have a psychic emergency actually right now coming from Not Me. So psychic emergency.
This is an emergency. Happy birthday.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer N0 Timish to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 300 happy birthday to Fram, happy birthday to Fram, happy birthday dear FRAM, happy birthday to Fram. Repeat. Cheer 300 happy birthday to Fram, happy birthday to Fram, happy birthday dear FRAM, happy birthday to Fram.
Holy!
We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Guys, let's send a quick birthday. Everybody in chat, birthday wishes to Fram Weard. The one Fram. Those of you on YouTube, he's a chatter member of the community over at twitch.tv. So listen, guys, everybody everywhere, Fram. Let's wish a happy birthday to Fram. Namaste. Happy birthday, Fram.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Wow. Blessings and namaste.
How old are you?
How old are you, Fram? How many spankings are you going to get this year? I'll give you some spankings. Put you over my lap.
Did you get birthday punches? Did you get just like the shit beat out of you for your did you just have a sore arm? Because I did. That was always a good reminder.
I think there were a couple of years where people would punch. Yeah, that was a game. That was a fun game.
Yeah, what a fun game, huh?
Fun game. Yeah, for sure. A really nice fun game. Also, I'm trying to think, was there ever a spanking? Did I ever get a spanking for my birthday? I think probably 1 or 2 years I got a spanking.
Just like on the bum, just spanking on the bum?
Yeah, spanking on the bum. Clothed, not that hard.
Right, okay.
For the birthday, because it's fun, it's cute. We're playing a little game, but no, yeah. You ever get spanked? Bare ass spanked?
Yeah, geez, yeah, trauma, yeah. As a kid, yeah, but it was weird though too, because it was I don't even like regret, like I'm not mad at my dad for it, because like I was being a little shit. Like I think I really probably did deserve it. I mean, in all fairness, but
So you had empathy for your father while he hit you.
Yeah, it was only like 2 times, but I was like a kid. But yeah, it was like I fucked up. I did some bad shit. Even if I was 4 years old, I think I still knew in my mind. I was like, man, I think I stole something from a store.
Yeah, I got bare ass spanked for that once.
Yeah.
Well, listen. Let's get back to where we were. I wanna brainstorm before we. Hobbies. Yeah. Hobbies. Talk to me. What? Again, set aside the qualification of it being fun for a second. Don't think about that. What are you shitty at?
Yeah, as far as what I'm really bad at, I mean, I am a bigger guy. I don't know how to work out. Garbage at working out. Don't know. Probably would kill myself. Also, not a strong swimmer at all. I'm drowning. That's bad. That's more like physical things that I just know probably I'm not physically capable of, which is awful. But
that's a good place to start, though. That's a good place to start.
Yeah.
So in terms of physical stuff, let's take the next step then. In terms of physical stuff, let's. Okay, that's a good first step. Okay, so let's set aside just like lifting weights, raw cardio, and let's set aside those things because I think you're not gonna enjoy them. So now I want to like dial in like what's physical that'll give you a little bit of a titillation, but you're gonna be dog shit at it because you're a big guy. You're gonna be running around. You're gonna be getting out of breath. You're going to get discouraged because it's going to remind you you're not in shape. You're going to feel like shit about yourself. So we're going to dabble once or twice a week. We're going to dabble. What's a?
Well, I feel like what like that's in that still is the physical zone, but not. You're saying something that's in that realm, but not.
Yeah. I saw some. What about this? I saw some fellas at a park. They had like a sort of trampoline thing in front of them. There was 4 of them, and they were hitting a ball around. What's that called?
Oh, I feel like that's like a new game, right?
Yeah.
So that's a real thing. That's like it's a new park game, which is crazy to say, but yeah. Huh. Okay.
Maybe something like that. I don't know.
Like a hacky sack guy? I'm like a hacky sack guy all the time?
Hacky sack. I'll bet you won't get very good at hacky sack.
Yeah, I'll be dog shit at hacky sack, yeah.
Yeah, I'll bet your hip flexors are tight as fuck. Your lower back sucks?
Yeah, my lower back is fucking awful, dude.
Yeah, no, you're going to be dog shit at hacky sack. I think we found it.
Okay.
I love this. And the fact that it'll make you feel bad is a very positive thing. We got to think counterintuitively. Hold on, we got a psychic emergency real quick.
We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Pepperoncini to issue a psychic emergency.
Oh my God.
Cheer 300 request having been made by the mod team. You are hereby summoned to appear before the undersigned arbitrator to defend King Mod status, to give evidence in the above proceeding and to remain in attendance until you are discharged. Contact MoneyTits before the time at which you are required to appear if you have any questions about your obligations under this subpoena. Repeat. Cheer 300 request having been made by the mod team, you are hereby summoned to appear before the undersigned arbitrator to defend King Mod status, to give evidence in the above proceeding and to remain in attendance until you are discharged. Contact MoneyTits before the time at which you are required to appear if you have any questions about your obligations under this subpoena.
So listen,
we now continue with your normal broadcast.
I think I heard about this. Are you being challenged for your King Mod status?
There's been talks about this. I have my attorney, Fort. Attorney Fort is going to, signing him up for this right now, will represent me in the court. I will fight tooth and nail, okay?
I mean, you're going to have to, because this is real. This is serious. We're going to set this up. I'm going to be in contact with Money Tits, Pepperoncini, Fort, and you to set something up, because I kind of take this stuff really seriously. I don't mess around about that. This is the real deal. We'll get into the details. We'll make a schedule for it. Okay.
Understandable.
Okay. Yeah, because this is yeah. This worries me. Okay. Well, listen.
There might be ramifications for this. This is pretty crazy.
I know it could go. It could go either way. It could go either way. We'll see how this. You're being challenged though formally by Money Tits, which I think is. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. I got to look at the evidence and we'll adjudicate. But in the meantime, listen. I'd love to see you get a hacky sack. I don't even know where you buy a goddamn hacky sack anymore.
Yeah. Where did you buy them before?
Like head shops or.
Okay.
But like those don't do. That's all gone, right? Do you have one? Do you have like a head shop by you?
I have to buy it online or something if I actually want one. My girlfriend says that she has one. So this
there it is.
Sense, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Which also makes sense because she seems like a hacky sack kind of girl, which is crazy to say.
Is she a jam band kind of girl? She a string cheese incident kind of girl?
Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
Can you ask her? Does she like or know what that is or anything?
I don't even know what that is. Do you know what that is? She's shaking her head now.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering. Curious about a hack. Well, what kind of a hacky sack girl what that means? But listen, if she can be better at it than you, I think that's also going to be good for you. So
string cheese. She's really thin. She's very tiny and thin. She just seems very nimble.
Yeah, so she's probably she's gonna whoop your ass at it. So listen, I love that. I love that. I love to hear the developments of that. And then hey, listen, we'll get to this adjudication stuff a little bit later. I'll message you guys about it. All right?
Yeah, this might be a setup. This might be a thing that we have to work on for a bit.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I got to look at the evidence.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, JJ, it's always a fucking treat to speak to you and. Give your best, give my best to your lady sitting next to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for finding the time to call in. It's good. It's always good to touch base with you.
Yeah, same here, man. I love you guys very much. I love this community. The program works, baby.
Program works. And you started saying that. You're the one who started that.
I don't want to take the whole credit.
You did though. You said it first.
King Mod.
King Mod. Well, for now at least. We'll see how that goes.
For now. I'll kill myself. All right.
Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Wow. Beautiful night we're having. Beautiful night we're having. Mish says, I only know women and gay people IRL. That's true. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I could call you tonight?
Hey, Leslie, it's Boaster.
Hey, it's Toaster, best friend Toaster. How you doing tonight?
I called you Besley, and I said that's Boaster.
I'm Besley and you're a boaster?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Why did you do that?
I have this new thing where I just put bees on the at the start of everything. I started words with bees. So like Mish would be beach, you know.
Real quick communal vision from Phil Z. JJ, you also are the first one to injure yourself trying to give yourself a blowjob. Yes, that is true. He blew out his back trying to suck his own dick. And that is very colorful. So, Toaster.
So it would be Bill, funnily enough. Whole different name.
That is funny. So how did you discover this new little bit that you're doing? Because I love it.
Yeah, well, I just like to just play around with words, kind of a wordsmith, and I just like to kind of just like give me a word.
Apple.
Apple, schmapple, bapple, applin, papplin, appin for apples. I'm an apple dapple. Call me an apple dapple because I'm crazy about apples. Crapple.
Mother Nibblebottom. Toaster, what is the last thing you made that wasn't food?
This is what I don't like about these communal visions. They put you on the spot, and I don't like being put on the spot. So this is why I don't answer communal vision. This is one of the main reasons I don't answer communal visions, because I hate it when people be putting me on the spot.
Right. It's not. It's a lot of pressure, isn't it?
A lot of pressure.
Wow, there it is again. I love this new bit. So,
No,
do you mind if I play it with you as your best friend?
yeah, I think we should make it like go viral.
Just kind of putting the B before stuff.
And you can like that's the thing, like you can do all kinds of different stuff. So like remember when I said when you gave me apple, I was like I'm an applin and papplin, something like that, like dingin and dongin, applin and papplin, appin for apples. Like you can just
Nindy
play
new with a
around
communal vision. Hey, Toaster, what would you say are your biggest 3 weaknesses?
Oh God, this is what I don't like about communal visions. It's like we're in the middle of a conversation. We're figuring out how to we're breaking new ground, figuring out how to play with words and like make funny sounds and stuff like that. And then just out of nowhere, these random ass questions like ruin the flow completely. And it's like I'm a guy. I'm all about flow. You know, we're
You're
here.
all
I'm
about
here.
flow.
I'm all about flow. I don't want a random question coming out of nowhere disrupting my flow. I think we no more communal visions. I think we should take it out. I think you should remove it from your stream completely.
That's not going to happen. That's never going to happen.
Just
That's
think about
literally
it.
never going to happen. Communal vision from Larry Pickle Jar. Toaster, when was the last time you saw actual nude female breasts?
Oh, come on. And that's another thing I don't like about these communal visions. Inappropriate.
That is a pretty that is a pretty familiar question, huh? To be asked about your sexual history in a public arena like this. Quote, we got a quote.
People are doing more shopping online these days than ever before.
Namaste. Thanks so much. Pepperoncini, thank you so much for the quote. And then so you say if it was up to you, no more communal visions.
Yeah, no more communal visions.
The explorations maybe, right? I'm gonna be honest. I don't think this is very fun or funny for me.
Barry Bickle Bar.
Real quick communal vision coming in from Slipper House. I went to the mall for a soft pretzel and left with 12 pounds of hand creme, and you've been terminated. Namaste. Hand creme from the Indian man at the kiosk. I'm a sucker for soft hands on soft pretzel, says Slipper House. Thank you so much. Fram, we are sharing with us a message with that termination. Happy my birthday, bitch. That's fun. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight? And a real quick affirmation for theys coming up on the screen in just a moment. Hold on one second. Get into film photography. There's a barrier of entry with the, film's expensive, but there's just something about a non-binary person with a film camera it's exciting. It's exciting. Yes, I am choking down. I love Celsius. I don't choke down Celsius. I drink it. I love it. I enjoy it. caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you?
It's Puar.
Puar! Good to hear from you, brother Puar. Welcome back to the program. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay, I think. I got my first Celsius, like, today, and I forgot about it.
Oh, really? How'd it go? How'd you enjoy it?
I haven't tried it. I'm gonna crack it open right now.
Ooh, do it. Let's be some Celsius brothers
prickly
right
pear.
now.
Is it all right?
Let's be Celsius brothers.
Let's go. Hold on. 5. And it's just the countdown. Imagine that. Here we go. 1.
What flavor did you get?
It's really sweet, but I don't hate it. It's I got the prickly pear. It's Oasis vibe.
Prickly pear is good. Prickly pear is good.
I don't know.
I'm drinking a
I like
sparkling
prickly pear.
orange Sikol right now.
I like the cream flavor in there.
The hobby title, the theme wasn't working, so I had to just turn it to a regular one. Orchestra, yes. As you continue to trigger, and as Mish pointed out, yes, it is not what it says on the bottom of the screen is not what you see on the screen. So the thing wasn't working, so I had to put it back to this generic one. Prickly pear is take a little sippy. Tell me what you think.
It's got like an okay amount of prickly pear flavor, but I feel like it's a really subtle flavor that most drinks don't get right. There's like a weird sour beer I tried once that was prickly pear. That was good.
You know, I would have to say my favorite flavors this is my third favorite, the sparkling orange Sikol. I enjoy, first place, I enjoy green apple cherry. And second place, I enjoy Arctic vibes.
I was really aware of like mixed berry flavors. The Arctic vibes.
Well, hold on one moment. The violence is kind of drowning you out. Okay, say it again.
Mixed berry flavors freak me out. I don't trust them most of the time, so that's why I didn't get the Arctic vibes, but I love the color of the can.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. It's mainly the font. I get excited by the font, and then it just kind of I get swept up in the font. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, there's something about that one. I wanted to want it.
Now listen, we're talking cynical creator. Now I'm saying welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Welcome to the most effective personal power program in the country. Now we're talking about hobbies tonight, Poor. You've listened to me honk off about what I've got to honk off about tonight. So tell me, Poor, what are you thinking? Hobbies. What's kicking around in that noggin of yours, huh?
Honk honk. I had a lot to think about before I called in, and then the Celsius just caught me off guard. But I feel like beverages can be one of my hobbies. I like sleeping and drinking a lot of beverages. But I'm starting a new job tomorrow, and that was kind of my hobby before, but I don't really have hobbies anymore.
Larry Picklejar gifting 5 community subs. Extremely generous of Larry Picklejar. Brother Larry Picklejar, thank you so much. Extremely generous of you. Really appreciate that. Every single penny, nickel, and dime going right back into the program. No questions about that. We are building. We are moving. We are spreading the light of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Guys, just an example of some things that we have gained through the contributions. We have started producing our own VHS tapes. We are a production studio house. We've got the equipment. We do it all ourselves, all in-house. Just an example. Namaste to you. Breaking ground on the compound soon. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. No. You don't have hobbies anymore, Poor.
No. I feel like when you're unemployed for long enough, you're just doing things, and everything is potentially a hobby, so nothing actually is.
Wait, so everything... there's something destroying hobbies, and what did you say it was? Tell me that again.
I've been unemployed for a long time.
Yeah. So unemployment is That's a zone. It's a crazy zone to be in. It's intense, right?
Yeah, I guess. It's kind of fun.
It's kind of fun. Are you? How broke are you? Are you doing okay?
Well, I'm starting to work tomorrow, so I'm not too worried about it. I got free housing in this slanted house. Yeah.
That's nice. Free housing? Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to have a couple friends, I guess. God bless them.
God bless them. You got some good friends, don't you?
I guess so.
Yeah. Every time we talk about one of your friends, it always seems like a nice little network of friends. So listen, you don't have hobbies, and why not? It seems like unemployment would be very fertile soil for hobbies.
I mean, yeah, I started doing a lot of stuff. I do things that I guess could be hobbies. They just don't feel like hobbies when it's all you do. Like, yeah, I'll be going outside now that I'm in a place where I can go outside. I like to play the banjo. You know, I'm on the computer.
Well, is banjo a hobby for you?
It's a hobby. Yeah, I could call it a hobby because I'm not the worst at it. I'm pretty bad.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, do you have any desire to sort of turn it into like a thing?
Yeah, I could do that. That'd be fun, but not really. I don't like it's like I don't like the idea of working a hobby.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, you got a nice solid fortitude with this. Communal Vision coming in from Night Year. The only hobby people need to be talking about is the program and giving up their free time to it, Guru. Other than that, other than Jen, her hobby seemed to be fentanyl and giving, what was that? Her hobby seemed to be fentanyl and giving behind the dumpster gum jobs.
Oh, gum jobs.
Gum jobs.
Gum jobs. Yikes.
It doesn't sound.
I think Jen has all her teeth. She talks like she has.
No, she's got her teeth. Maybe they're dentures, but I don't think they're dentures.
I got one fake tooth. Everybody gets one.
Yeah. Listen, you're on your way to losing them all anyway. Phil Z74. Hey, Poor, I heard that Jenny is looking for new pets. Maybe that could be a hobbit or even career path. Ex-Christopher, namaste to you. Welcome. Yeah, no idea. I think he meant hobby, but even if I put the word hobby in there, no fucking idea what he's talking about. Drift Lush coming in with gum job. Namaste. Drift. Oh, that's just, I know what that is. Deviant art is full of terrible art, and it used to be fun to look at because people made it and willingly uploaded it, and now Deviant art is terrible to look at because it's just AI art.
Deviant art was cool back in the day.
Back in the day. Yeah, Poor, you got some hobbies. Listen, so that's intact. I want to kind of talk about this AI art business with you. How do you feel about AI art?
What are your thoughts? I think it was fun for like a minute when it was really bad, and I'd make it put like Dolly Parton and Star Trek, and nobody would have a face. But after like that little hump, it's just bad. I hate it. It all looks the same. It's like the language models have the same problem with the writing style. It just pisses me off.
And what have you seen even a single piece of AI art that wasn't just a really peculiar piece of trash?
I mean, like I said, when it was really messed up, I tried to make it do like those velvet style acrylic paintings of like bullfighters and toreros or whatever. I thought that was kind of cool because it fucked them up enough where it was like cool abstract bullfighters. But yeah, I just don't care.
Duncan did it. Mish said, quote, Deviant art is full of terrible art and it used to be fun to look at because people made it and willingly uploaded it, and now Deviant art is terrible to look at because it's just AI art. So Duncan did it. sort of centering the voice of a woman in chat via bits and a communal vision. Thank you so much to Duncan Did It. Blessings and namaste. Okay, so I think, one interesting thing which I do find inspiring about AI, and I think I agree with you that largely what's being produced is just bullshit, right? It's just a bunch of really redundant nonsense. I don't really, in and of itself, I don't really like it. However, there is a glimmer that I've been noticing lately, is that AI, and as well with technology in general, it's really pulling out the sort of desire for death that many repressed people have. We all have it. But the more virulently repressed among us some of us are finding an outlet in technology and our worship of technology. Because what's at the end of the road, right, of this technology, of this advancement of technology, of this replacement of human beings? Exactly that, replacement, annihilation of the human subjectivity. So when I see that, though, I see a cutter. I see someone drinking themselves to death. I see somebody getting fucked up and walking into traffic. I see somebody playing Russian roulette in a garage with their retarded cousins. I see something inspiring. This churn of dog shit, and then I see a death drive. I see a death desire. What do you think about what I just said?
Yeah, I think AI is a good outlet for like the collective subconscious that doesn't know how to confront death too easy. You see it in like all those like pregnant characters and stuff. It's a little dark.
The pregnant characters. Talk to me about the pregnant characters for a second.
I don't know. I think people have a fixation on making things pregnant and then killing them.
That's true. That's true.
I see that a lot.
I can relate to that.
Yeah.
I can relate to wanting to make something pregnant and then kill it.
Yeah, I think that's like a classic, like kind of psychosexual fantasy.
If you could make anything in the world pregnant, give me 3 things that you would make pregnant and kill.
A burro, like a wild one.
A burro, like a donkey?
Yeah.
Okay.
And kangaroo.
Donkey, kangaroo. Okay.
Are we talking animals?
We could do anything, Brother Poor.
I can only think of things that like can feasibly get pregnant. So do that. Like a rhinoceros, I guess, because of their thick, foldy skin.
Rhinoceros. So you make it pregnant and then kill it. How would you? So, and I love that. I think those are really terrific examples. The donkey, the kangaroo, and the rhinoceros. I think if I were to make my 3, I'd pick Flo from Progressive.
Oh yeah.
The mom from The Incredibles. And
she was incredible.
What did you say?
What was her name?
I don't remember. Okay. And third one. My bus driver in school. When I had this bus driver. I think it would just be, and not even I'm not sexually attracted to her that I'm consciously aware of, but she's such an interesting figure. And I'd love to see her pregnant and then killed somewhere in my mind. Well, listen, this has been a really beautiful call. I feel like, Purr. How do you feel about this call?
That was nice. I think it's interesting that I didn't think about any humans.
Yeah, I think so. And listen, I love that you're getting back to work. You got something separate from playing the banjo, and that you're going to be leaving that to just kind of be bullshit in your life. And I love that. You protect that mediocrity, okay?
Yeah, back to the basic. I'm going to be cleaning cum from the bathroom stalls.
Ooh, there we go. Back to basics.
Yep.
Namaste. Well, quick communal vision before you go. Pepperoncini says, 1, Goodyear blimp, 2, vending machine, 3, the earth. Wow. We're getting kind of anime with it a little bit, I feel like. I could imagine that in like a, you know, like a climax of a series, and then like a Gurren Lagann kind of thing, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Grandpa Lick or the pro. What'd you say?
It's a good allegory. The drills and all.
Right. Yeah. That's. I think there's something there. I love that show, by the way. You like that show?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I haven't seen it, so I should watch that again.
Yeah, watched it a couple. So Mish recommended it, but also a friend. Just because Mish likes to point out that she likes to make a big deal out of the fact that she introduces me to a lot of anime. But I was also told about this from another friend as well. My friend John Lines. He said, if you like Neon Genesis, you're gonna love Gurren Lagann. It's like, and I said, let's go.
Let's go.
Grandpa Liquor, the program has cured my aching cloaca. Thank you, Guru. Namaste to you, Grandpa Liquor. Blessings and namaste. Well, listen, Porter, you've been very generous with us tonight. I really appreciate your energy and your time. Thanks so much for giving us a call and just kind of wandering around the universe with me through our conversation.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, namaste to you, okay?
Yeah. You know what? This is my hobby. Namaste.
Namaste.
Bye-bye.
Look at that. Namaste. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Fram, we're out with a quick communal vision. Fram coming in with a communal vision, and, you know, at some point, maybe in a couple days. Get in the fucking robot, Shinji, says Fram. You know, it's funny. If you listen to Anno talk about his disdain for his fans and anime fans in general, that is people got mad at Shinji, and he deliberately wanted them to be mad at Shinji. He wanted a sort of depressed, castrated figure. And we all did. I think the last time I tried to watch the end of Evangelion, I did get pissed at Shinji. My roommate and I were just kind of yelling at Shinji, you little pussy, you little pussy, you little pussy. But it is fun, right? It's fun that he gave us something that, like a little piece of shit, little mousy boy. Namaste. Guys, it is time for me to take a little pee-pee break. I'm hopped up on Celsius and tap water. It's time for me to relieve that. Namaste to each and every single one of you. We'll be right back in just a moment. Quick communal vision. Night Year, brother Night Year. Thanks and namaste to you. Good to see you, by the way, Night Year. Namaste. Real quick communal vision as soon as that gets on screen. After which we'll be taking a quick break for me to pee, and I'll give you a couple words about the community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. Make tonight the night you access the exclusive materials in my inner circle. Communal vision, my favorite anime is Johnny Bravo. Well, it's the only show my dad would let me watch for some reason. Did you grow up Baptist or something? Night Year, what was that like? Why was it Johnny Bravo? Love to speak about that after the break. Namaste, everybody. Take this moment, get a little bit of tap water yourself, and stick around for a couple words about the community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. Namaste to you. I'll see you guys in just a minute.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of Explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there, this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing there are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such relief from the very beginning, starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched Explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched Explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures, to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, listen, I know your time is precious, let me cut to the chase. But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here. Looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, or maybe you're lonely and isolated but want better relationships, let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light on patreon.com. where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials not available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing. I said that at the beginning, there was something about the rhythm of separating the days with sleep that gave a sense of optimistic confidence, however small, that whatever was left as incomplete or outright failing today might not be tomorrow. Always a day wholly separate from right now. After insomnia became a part of his life, there was a shift in his thinking about tomorrow. Downloads of all specially crafted music used in our productions here and elsewhere that have accompanied your journey thus far. Tracks such as New Beginnings, Psychic Romance, Reaching into Darkness, or The Skeptic's Gamble. Exclusive archival prints such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, you might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste.
Welcome back to the program, everybody. It's me, Leslie, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. That was a couple words about my community of devoted light at patreon.com. If you would like to enter my inner circle and avail yourself to the growing exclusive library of materials designed specifically to transform your life right from go, right from the sound of the gun, ladies and gentlemen, you may do so. The link is in the chat. It's a couple dollars a month, monthly postcard, videos, music downloads, etc., etc. Please take advantage of that if you feel called. Some of you will not be called. Some of you are not ready. Some of you don't have enough money, and etc. These are disqualifying things. And if this is you, stay the fuck away. This is not for everyone. All right, I will say that. Do I believe in everyone? Do I believe that everyone can find a piece of themselves here in the program and allow themselves to unleash their power to the next level? Yes, I do. Do I think it's going to happen? No. Do I think it's going to happen? No. Namaste. Namaste. No. Here we are at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. We're gearing up for the second little wing of the program, here to talk about hobbies. Let's do it. Let's jump in. Let's do some hobbies, huh? 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. So we're talking about art in chat, I see. Can someone give me a little TLDR so I can jump in? I've been having so many conversations, so many beautiful explorations via the phone. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Howdy, Leslie. How are you doing? It all costs money.
It all costs money. Welcome back to the program. It all costs money. How are we doing tonight?
Fair enough. I'm actually working on my hobby right now while watching the program.
Beautiful. And you know, we know it's a hobby. because you can be watching the program and be doing this other thing at the same time. So what is the thing? What are you working on?
I am working on configuring my home networking and data center.
Assume that I have no idea what
super
that
fun.
means, and try to explain to me what that is.
I got a bunch of like enterprise equipment, and I'm just tired of the cloud existing and doing all the things. And so I'm trying to bring all of my information in-house so I don't have to rely on things like Netflix or Hulu. I just have all the media on my own stuff.
Oh, interesting. So you're just creating your own little entertainment, little cloud.
Essentially, yeah, my own personal cloud. Hey, you, get off of my cloud kind of thing, right?
Right. So yeah, so listen, let's speak about that. So you're old enough to have had, tapes and DVDs and whatnot. Did you have those back in the day?
Oh yeah.
And then do you still have them? Did you get rid of them? Did you sell them at any point?
I sold all of my stuff that I could sell, and then I donated to the local library the remaining of my physical media. Books. I gave away my entire, I had a couple complete, comic collection type things, but they were like the omnibus stuff, what was one of them? Transmetropolitan, if you've ever heard of it.
Yeah, I liked that one back in the day.
Yeah, donated. I had it and donated it to my local library. I got rid of all of my physical media.
That's a good one. I think I was into that. I was into. Did you ever read DMZ?
No. I actually went from Transmet straight to The Boys, got disgusted, and then just never picked up another comic.
Oh, did you ever? Oh, what was the other one? There was what was the one about the end? It was all the men died except for one guy.
Yes, I actually remember that one. It was horrible.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's like a little four comic book series, right, or 5.
It was, I don't remember how many, but I know they made a show out of it. Phil Z74, you sound like a big David Boneberg fan. Fair to say?
Brother, I have no idea who that is.
I think he's playing a game. First of all, he's playing that little toaster game, but I think he means David Cronenberg. Do you like David Cronenberg?
Again, no idea who that is.
It's one of the names I always get confused on. Is he the Scanners guy?
That a Scanner Darkly? Yes. Scanners, not so much.
Scanners is like or Videodrome. Is that?
Nope. I've seen The Fly. Okay.
I've never seen The Fly.
But yeah, no. So my hobby is computer stuff. I also spent a lot of time, money, and energy on building up my home personal computer. I spent more money on case fans than it would have taken to do a custom loop liquid cooling thing. I'm a big PC nerd and tech nerd.
So, and this is a hobby, right? You're sort of kind of crafting, and that's a hobby that did not exist, before, 15 years ago, say.
Right about there is when it started to become a hobbyist thing, and yeah, I would agree, instead of just an enthusiast thing.
Right. Interesting. A difference between hobbyist and enthusiast. Interesting. I've never. That sort of split didn't even occur to me. So part of the reason, I'm sure you've heard me honk off about this tonight, that I want to drill down on hobbies because I want to reinforce mediocrity. We need to get rid of this stuff that we need to be good and things need to be good. It's a spiritual dead end. And listen, you have been terminated by Pepperoncini. Namaste.
Namaste.
Pepperoncini. I love Preacher. I love the show too. I haven't watched. I'm not caught up. Did you watch it? Did anybody watch it, Preacher? Sheen says the hobby was too boring. Cost Money says Preacher was good. I enjoyed the comics in the show. Preacher was good. You saw it, Little Miss Whatever? Yeah, I liked it. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you?
It's Butterfly. Namaste. How
Butterfly,
are you,
welcome back to the program. How you doing tonight, Butterfly?
Pretty good. Just rested, enjoying what everyone has to say, enjoying everyone else's hobbies and how they like to make money off them or not make money off them.
Yeah, so we're trying to get away from the making money stuff in general. But I'd love to. Pepper and Cheney says didn't watch the show. I think you'd like it. I think you'd like it, Sheen. I think you'd enjoy Preacher. I think you would. Now, Butterfly, talk to me. You got hobbies. You talk. Something tells me you got some thoughts already. Just give me your little preamble. I want to hear your thoughts.
Well, hobbies. I mean, I jump into all sorts of stuff. Having the ADD and the autism, I'm always just like, hey, let's make butterfly houses and then forget to like ship them out to people. So I'm always like constantly doing stuff. I'm just like half-assed doing them. Right.
Like it gives you excitement to do it, but not an excitement to be particularly good at it.
Yeah. I just got to find something new to do all the time. Got to chase that high.
100%. So chasing this high, it's more about filling that hole for a very brief period of time, sort of in a very excited fashion. Do you get excited?
Oh, I get excited all the time. I'm overly excited. I'm always trying to fill the hole.
Now, as it relates to, you know, being mediocre.
Mm-hmm.
Your mediocrity is sort of manifests kind of very easily for you, it sounds like, because you're not driven to be good.
No, there's no desire to be good whatsoever. I can just, you know, basically, Kramer is my role model. Was Kramer from Seinfeld good at anything? Or was he just kind of like there? That's what I want to be. Yeah.
You know, the first thing I think about Kramer is his sort of meltdown at the Comedy Store. Is it the store or was it Laugh Factory? I think it was Laugh Factory. You remember?
Laugh Factory. Yeah. I remember that. Oof, that was a rough.
Yeah,
Yeah. You get. Well, I mean, that's Michael Richards, not Kramer. I'm talking Kramer.
Oh, that's true. Okay, I see what we're doing. I see. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of like the father from Seventh Heaven can be a role model, but the actor himself is a pedophile.
Oh yeah, complete piece of shit. Exactly.
And Jared Fogle can still be like, you know, Subway Jared Fogle could be very inspirational, and I think there's something special about that. But then, you know, Jared Fogle IRL,
monster.
Sex with children. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not someone I want to. You know. Glad he's in behind bars. Anyway.
Glad you didn't say what was that?
I said glad he's behind bars. Anyway.
Yeah, he's behind bars. He doesn't. He's and deservedly so. You know, I think what he did was bad. I'll go ahead and say it.
I mean, thank you for stepping out on a limb and finally saying that.
Well,
standing up and saying that.
Someone in a position of my prominence and my influence, we need to speak up because we lead and people listen, and it's very important that we are clear-throated. That when something happens like that, we got to say no. That's bad.
Yeah, just straight up, don't do that. Hey,
don't
Jared,
do that.
Don't
have sex with kids. Don't do mass shootings.
Or do you know the whole his whole entire story of how he lost the weight was that he was he was walking to a local Subway to hit on the 15-year-old woman that worked there.
Oh, really? Is that true?
Yeah, and then they moved her stores because he was so creepy. So he walked further to go meet her.
That's wow.
Yeah.
Man, can you? I'll
real
bet.
creepo.
I'll bet being I'd love to be the Subway the Subway executive board. I'd love to be in that room when they finally broke the news, the scale of the problem, and they're like, "What the fuck happened?" And Loomis, whatever.
Guy?
Leslie, one of your eyes is half closed. Are you okay, bud? I don't know what you're talking about. But also, thank you so much for the concern, but I have not exactly sure what you're speaking about. I'll go back and watch the VOD, I suppose. But yeah, they're just like thinking everything's good. Subway on the up and up. Subway making a shitload of money, and
that was their peak.
And then they're just like, what the fuck? It's like Cheetos is just like Chester Cheeto had sex with children.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is bad news.
Yep.
Well, listen, yeah, I think that's so hobby. Everything that you do is kind of a hobby. What do you do for work?
I am a massage therapist and also a farmer. I got the butterfly farm. We just burned it today. Part of it.
You burned the butterfly farm?
Yeah, part of the backfield. It's like has to be. It's like a prescribed controlled burn. I set on a blaze. I'm all charred.
And massage therapy, it's for work.
Yeah,
but
I love it.
Different psychic and spiritual situation. But this business with your hobbies, would you say, listen, do you know other autistic people?
No, yeah, everyone is autistic, I think.
I'm not. I'm certainly not.
Well, I mean, you're more ADD than autistic, but you got a little tiz in you. Just a little tiz.
Not a lick of tiz. Not a lick of tiz. I just have
a tiny tiz.
No.
Just a little tiz.
Absolutely not.
Whirling around inside you.
No way. No, I have zero. Whatever the spectrum is, I'm a fucking zero.
Lightest little tiz.
No, I have a brilliant mind that sees beyond sort of normal conventions. I'm not, I don't have whatever you have.
Oh, okay.
Communal Vision coming in real quick from Phil Z74. Do primarily massage a particular gender, asking for a friend?
Primarily women between the ages of 40 to 70 are my main clients.
Pepper and Genie says, everybody. Termination, how dare you, bitch?
Bye.
Yeah, I'm not autistic. Thank you so much, Gene. Thank you for... I love autistic people. I love people, I love my autistic explorers. I'm absolutely, and they love me. We understand this. But don't you dare for a second claim that I have autism. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hey, it's Phil. Can you hear me?
Phil Z74 coming in with that trademark, just like a kind of death rattle. Namaste, Phil.
Yeah.
How we doing tonight, Phil?
All right. Whoa, hey, how you doing?
Oh, I'm on cloud nine. I'm having a very fun night. Keeping it loose, we're keeping it focused, but keeping it loose on a sensual Saturday.
Do you know the origin of Cloud9? Is that like a thing?
The origin, it was, wasn't it heroin?
Oh.
Fram, we are. Chester Cheeto is my dad. I used to have to visit him in prison as a kid. Now I'm really scared of jail, says Fram.
I wanted to buy the Cheeto that looked like Elvis.
Nope.
It's
Well,
sold for
good luck. You've been
$100,000.
terminated by Larry Pickle Jar. Bye-bye, says Larry Pickle Jar. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you?
You can call me Larry.
Larry, it's Larry. This is the real deal, Larry. Guys, I know we get some imposters. We get some people cranking on our hogs in a way that we don't appreciate with pranks. But this is the real deal, Larry. Larry, how are we doing tonight?
Good. I want to apologize to Phil. I tried calling in and he won, and then I kind of like hung up on him because I didn't want to waste the whole night or the next hour trying to call in. So sorry, Phil. You can terminate me if you want, and we can figure it out later. But I don't know. I guess I kind of stirred a hornet's nest tonight in chat. I didn't really expect to, so I wanted to call in to kind of like, I don't know, explain myself, defend myself, just talk about, whatever.
Please, maybe you could give me a little beat for beat, and then do all the stuff you said, because I was having these explorations on the phone, and I kept looking at chat and seeing everybody debating art stuff, and I didn't have a way to on-ramp it and still have the phone calls. So yeah, give me a little TLDR, and then maybe expound on some of the things you shared in chat.
I don't know. I think it was Orchestar that posted a chat about AI art and all this stuff, and I mean, it is what it is.
Philzy just say, no worries, Larry, I understand.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Phil. So Orchestar posted something about AI art, basically being shit and all of that, and I agree, a lot of it is shit, most of it is shit. But, I mean, from my perspective, my perspective is not from that of a fine artist. I've been in the commercial arts for most of my career. When I was a teenager and stuff, kind of learning all of the software and things, I felt like I was, this creative guy. And being in college, I kind of, even though I was studying graphic design and all that stuff, which isn't really a thing anymore, I still kind of felt like this creative being and all this stuff. And what I was doing was important and all this stuff. But then, you kind of get into the career and you're just kind of this emotionless creator.
Fram just terminated you. Namaste.
All right.
Fram, dropping a bow down. Go to sleep, old man. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Yeah, so I was this like kind of creator bot for part of the beginning of my career. But then, you kind of stop giving a shit because you get older and you kind of move on to other things. So the perspective when I was talking about AI art was more kind of the arc of history as far as technology goes, and how technology at every technological change, whether it goes back in time or whether it's something as recently as the 80s and, developing all of this Adobe software that I really fucking hate Adobe lately.
Phil Z74, quick communal vision for you, Larry. Larry,
Okay.
What art medium do you work in? Poop art?
I mean, I've had 2 kids, so I've definitely dabbled into poop arts. It's just kind of a part of things, but anyway, so I don't know what I'm trying to say, but basically my point is every time there's a big change in the technology of how people create things, this topic gets brought back up about how the soul of art is being lost to this technology. All right. Thanks, Fram.
Orchestar says you get older equals you lose your soul. And you've been terminated. Interesting. I've never seen that move before. I've never seen the self-term and then immediate callback before the term is even over.
I can see it in chat before the actual thing is said. So
yeah, I gotta.
Whatever.
Fram says L'chaim, fat ass.
Well, whatever.
So
look,
okay.
All the people these people who want to pretend that art is precious are free to do so. But the fact is, unless you're a guy going back and blowing pigment over your hand on cave art, I mean, art is what it is. It's created to support the artist's existence. All art is commercial art nowadays. I'm not saying that AI art is good. I think AI art is shit. But I think that when you look at it from the context of guys like streamers, whether it's Leslie Tanner or any of the hundreds of creators, whether you want to call them creators, artists, whatever, on Twitch as a platform, it's a tool that will allow you guys to do more with less. It's a tool that will allow the people who create music to do more with less. I mean, look at the artists, the people that are creating music nowadays. They're creating music in their bedrooms and homes, things that even just 20 years ago, even 10 years ago, would have taken an entire studio of people and workers and cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to produce. So, look, I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying that it's the progress of this thing.
Jen just said, "Oopsie daisy, yawn," and terminated you. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Yeah, so it's funny being on the other side of this. Like, it's fun watching people spend $10 to hang up on me. And
Because they hate
me
what you're
immediately
saying.
call back.
Okay, you mistimed it, so I got to hang up. Duncan said, "Shush, Dad." This is aggressive. This is the most aggressive I've seen this be in a while.
You know what? It's fully deserved. I get it. Like, I love this. I think it's funny as fuck. All right, so what's your side of things, Leslie?
My side
Before I
of things,
get
if I'm going to
terminated
chime
again
into
and-
this, I mean, my first reaction when I see, the vast majority of like AI generated video, and you have been terminated again. This time by Duncan. And this is Larry still. Okay, so
yeah, I didn't see the last termination show up in chat, but I mean, I guess it is what it is.
I have to wait till it hits the screen, and then I do it.
All right.
Because otherwise, I gotta think about the mechanics of this a little bit. They're really coming at you though. So, listen, okay. I will say that when I see AI generated video or image, 99.9% of it I think is fucking dog shit. And that is not to say that I think the tool itself is incapable of aiding the creation of art. I think at every technological advancement, well, Phil Z74, this is pent up aggression, Larry. This is cool, from Phil Z. So what I see most of it, the vast majority of it that upsets me is this belief, this sort of worship of technology, and the sort of disavowal of what made art interesting to be in the first place. Like this kind of denial of why it existed in the first place, like what function it served in the first place. Now you're coming from a commercial side, and that's a completely. We have so many visions. Orchestar says, "Stop trying to bond with Larry over having bad takes on shit." That was 2 minutes ago. Stop trying to bond with Larry over having bad takes on shit.
I mean, everyone's entitled to their shitty opinion, so.
Is that me? Am I bonding with Larry? Phil Z74, I have a full boner.
So Disciple just posted, "Bring it back around, hobbies." I mean, I've actually dabbled in a lot of the open source AI stuff just because I think that it's something important to know about. moving into this new world, especially
This
as
is the
someone
psychic
who
emergency
has
quick,
national
we have a
alert
psychic
system,
emergency
also
real
known
quick.
as
Psychic
PNAS.
emergency
there's a
coming
few
in.
psychic
We've
emergencies.
interrupted this broadcast
I'm just
in
going to talk over 'em.
cooperation with Explorer Filzy
I'm
74 to
afraid
issue a psychic
you
emergency.
cannot speak on an
Cheer
emergency.
300, I am fully erect.
The emergency
That is
must
the
be
truth.
respected.
I can tell because I am
All right,
wearing
can I
no
talk
pants.
with it?
Nope.
Repeat. Cheer 300,
It's an emergency
I am
system.
fully erect. That is
It's
the
not a
truth.
casual
I can tell
hangout
because I am
system.
wearing no pants. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
All right, so I'm fully erect. That is the truth. That's from Phil Z. Namaste. And then we've got another. Okay, go ahead and say your next thought because we've got another psychic emergency coming up.
I mean, it's going to come up, so let's.
Yep, and there it
let do its
is.
thing. Yeah, I can't hear it, so I don't know if I'm talking over it.
I'll let you know. It has begun.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Framware to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 300 parking email 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 parking email
I want to thank
parking
Fran for
email
his
parking email
It's an emergency, Larry.
Sorry, I didn't realize it was still going.
Yeah, I'll let you know. We're still in an emergency status.
Parking email 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 parking email.
No, I'll tell you. If I'm going to put you on hold if you keep this up.
Parking email
Okay.
parking email 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 parking. Repeat. Cheer 300 parking email 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 parking email
Larry?
Parking email 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 parking. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Namaste. Thank you so much. We missed.
Starting a hype train.
And yep. And now we get to be in a Jazz Express. So, Larry, how about this? I'm going to accompany. Let's. This is gonna suck. You go ahead and talk about AI art, and I'll play jazz.
Whatever. If Chad doesn't want to hear me talk, then start jumping on this hype train to shut me the fuck up.
I don't think. There we go. I had to reset the controller. Listen. I love watching the flames go. I love watching the flames go. It's too important to have any worth. That's what I think about art. I don't really like it. I don't really understand it, but I feel drawn to it. It causes me pain. Namaste, Nobody Radio, Underhill, blessings to you. Thank you so much for the 300 bits. Larry Picklejar gifting us up the box chat. Namaste. Phil Z74. Larry, focus up. Give us your number one hobby. Talk about a hobby, Larry. They interrupt everything, huh? My controller is not working. I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of word jazz. You know, the thing about I love the idea. You know, speaking of word jazz, does anybody remember word jazz on NPR back in the day? Back before it became basically a mouthpiece for the defense industry and neoliberal world order. Well, listen. Mental algorithm. You know, it's interesting. When I talk to you, Larry, I find myself engaging with your framework in a very specific way. And you know, with a lot of people, you know, there's a more like kind of robust soul to interact with. Even if it's damaged, even if it's squelched. But like, even just the way you said that, you know, mental algorithm. And I believe you know, you're bright. You're a bright, hardworking, you know, person who thinks about the role that you're playing in the world and whatnot. And it's interesting. It's interesting that you know, between the sales and between, you know, technology, you sort of, you know where to pick your battles, and it shapes how you think about the world, huh? You did. Now, my personal opinion is, you know, I think art is and should be pointless. And AI art really brings certain aspects of that into a certain aspects of art into a very stark contrast. You know, is it the kind of worthlessness that we're looking for? Is it good? Is it the kind of worthlessness that we're looking? Is it a different kind of worthlessness? Do we need new words? Do we need new words for what this thing is doing to us? Oh, Leslie's muted? Hold on one second. Oh man, fucking OBS.
To learn, appreciate may be kind of a heavy word, but the fact that you can get stuff done in, you know, a minute and a half that would normally take you an hour and a half is pretty cool. Now, you know, am I going to be creating life? All right, go ahead.
I see what you're saying, and I'll come out to you say that it's a tool. I'll say that it can be used as a tool ostensibly. But one thing that you have working against your argument, your half, your side, which is generally more positive than what I see in chat, is that I have yet to see a single piece of AI-generated art that isn't just a piece of shit.
Yeah, and if you were to go back in time and look at the early 1980s design that came out of the early adopters of Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop, it looked like shit. The 80s was a terrible time for design and art in the early 80s. People kind of figured it out over time and started using it as the tool that it became to use, but I mean, it became what it is, and it is what it is. Look, people can... I mean, ask Adobe my asshole brother, Logan the Brogan. I mean, that's fine. Adobe is shit. I hate Adobe, but it's software you got to learn if you're going to create stuff in the year 2025. You can use other stuff, but I grew up using pirated Adobe software, learned how to use it, and it's the industry standard.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, this is. Okay.
Bram, we call this affluenza. Okay?
Larry is saying
And?
he's potty training AI. Leslie Audible, Jazz Audible, no caller. I think we got... Okay, so listen. I am going to say I am content with... I love seeing the flames. I love seeing the flames of this conversation go because it's...
All right, hold on. Fram, fuck you. My first job out of college was making $27,500 a year. I took a bunch of chances in my career and I got where I am. Yeah, it's affluenza, but fuck you if you think that I haven't challenged myself over the last 20 years to build up into what I am today. Everyone who's complaining about being a fucking little bitch in art needs to try a little harder and take some chances in life. Having money makes you a moron. Yes, Fram, having money makes me a moron. I'm a fucking moron. I'm a fucking moron who sits here and does what the fuck that I want on chat. I'm the same guy watching the same thing as you, doing the same thing, the same bullshit during the day, hating my life, hating my job. So fuck you, Fram.
Namaste, Larry. Let's put it right there. Namaste.
All right, namaste.
Larry was mad. Fram, you got Larry mad. He was mad, right? Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Yo, Leslie, it's Logan. I just want to make sure he couldn't call back. That's all I want to do.
So you're just...
What's up, though? How are we doing?
Logan, I'm doing great. It's great to hear you. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I called when Jake Ellenbogen from the Everything Now show called in, and I was being a little character. I was being a little
Larry
silly.
Kriegel just said terminated you.
Yeah.
Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hey, it's Phil.
Phil Z, how we doing? How you doing tonight, brother?
Holy shit, dude. I'm fucking freaking out.
Why are you freaking out? This AI business or something else in your personal life?
Larry comes in and just loses his mind.
Yeah, you got mad. You got mad. The passions were high on either side of AI art, and I love to see that. Because genuinely, and I mean this genuinely, this business of everyone getting along and being supportive in a community on the internet is absolute childish bullshit. And that's enough. That's enough of that. I'm glad that that everybody's yelling at each other about AI art. I'm enthused.
Yeah, because they're being truthful to each other.
Exactly.
Bullshit,
Exactly.
Like, oh, let me tickle your geesh. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
No.
go at it and they tell you what's real, right? And that's the truth, and that's what it's all about.
That's what I'm
the
loving about
hobby. You gotta show it and grow it.
I think one thing about the Larry thing that I was thinking was he's starting from like a position of commercial art. So he's getting something different out of the situation. Yeah. Like when he says art, he is tapping into his experiences in which he got something different out of art than what a lot of people are arguing with him are assuming.
Yeah, because I think
maybe not assuming, but there's like a there's a knot there. There's a little bit of a.
Definitely got an innie knot.
We're listening to a salesman, basically. He's not like he's kind of arguing from like a sales guy position or something.
Marketing.
Like, and there's a certain, that's the thing about because I worked a sales job once, Phil, and there's a certain clarity to the logic of salespeople. There's a certain like you can't afford to lie to yourself about what the person you're talking to wants or is thinking or sees themselves as or sees the world as. Like, you have to be honest with yourself in a way that makes some people uncomfortable about what's going on. So he's made peace with that we're all these economic beings, and we're all these kind of entrepreneurial little things, and
it's like robots.
But I think metaphysically, I think there's something, there's a disagreement happening when people get mad at him about AI and what art means and what human beings are. I feel like
that time Larry got fucking fucked with, though. I gotta tell you that. That is a hobby unto itself.
He got fucking decimated. He hung in there, but he got butt fucked tonight.
He got pegged by an old strap-on.
He got absolutely,
put a strap on.
Everybody took turns kind of opening his little cheeks up and saying, "Here I come. Here I come. I'm coming in."
Well, that's what you get. You put yourself out there, you open the gate, and then next thing you know, here comes the big cruise ship in your Panama Canal.
Yeah, I love this. So Phil, what's going on with you? Talk about hobbies.
So I've been working on some stuff. I used to do music, and I had great aspirations. So now what I do instead is I'm focusing on impersonating 1970s vocalists. And my first one is going to be Michael McDonald from the Doobie Brothers. What do you think?
Are you going to give us a little taste of that right now?
No, whoa, listen to the music all the time. But I only sing one verse or just a little phrase. And I just do it when I go out in public. Be my hobby. I don't want to do it all the time. I just kind of show up at a bar and just break out into song and then just disappear, right? Because I don't. A lot of people go to karaoke bars. That's gay. You go into a regular bar, like a biker bar, right? You sing some Michael McDonald and GTFO, right? That's what I'm talking about. I just want, almost like a little bit of Pee Wee Herman tequila shit, but with Michael McDonald. What do you think? Good idea?
Terrific idea. That's a beautiful idea.
What do you think?
Keep going a little bit. I can't take that for a spin.
No, that it. What about?
Keep going. Keep going. I can't make a call yet. I need to hear more.
Let me try. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Trying to grow. Whoa, whoa! Oh, black water, keep on moving. Mississippi won't keep a ribbon shine on me. It's kind of you bring a little prop with you. You make a Mississippi moon on a little.
Larry Picklejar coming in with a testimonial.
Okay.
Oh, and actually, I missed a communal vision, so we got to go back and do that.
There's 200 bits.
Agenda break. Agenda break. Agenda break. Agenda break. It says breaking news from Larry Picklejar. Namaste, Larry. Breaking news. That's fun. I guess it's from Agenda Free TV, which you're a fan of, and I still have never seen. Still not seen a lick of it. Not seen a lick of it.
You know what?
Orchestra Communal Vision. Phil's hobby is 5 nights of Frederick's stuffed animals.
Hell yeah, it is. You should see my plushies. I make custom plushies. I made a lot of custom plushies for my kids.
And we got a quick psychic emergency. A psychic emergency coming from Larry Pickle Jar. Please hold.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as
Please stop.
PNAS.
Please be quiet for a second.
We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with explorer Larry Picklehar to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 300 agenda break 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 agenda break. Repeat. Cheer 300 agenda break 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 agenda.
Please stop. It is emergency. Hold on.
Break agenda 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 break. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Beautiful. Phil, thanks so much for calling in. Namaste.
Wait, no. I said the best one for last.
Okay, we got one more?
Yeah,
Okay, beautiful. I can't wait to hear it. Go ahead.
it's it. Ready? This is going to be it. And then you can hang up on me. Taking it to the streets. Bye. Namaste.
Beautiful. Namaste. Listen, guys, you might not have liked that. I didn't. And that's the point. Guys, tonight we're talking about hobbies and we're learning how to reinforce mediocrity in our lives. The idea isn't to go anywhere or do anything or be good. It is the idea, listen to what Phil just did. Get that in your life. Listen to me. Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name's Leslie. Caller, what can I call you tonight?
Hello, Guru. This is Duncan.
Namaste, guys. Welcome, Duncan, back to the program. How you doing tonight, brother?
Thank you. I'm doing well. I'm actually doing my hobby right now.
Doing your hobby. Tell me, what is this? What is this hobby that you're doing?
Ever since we've had our breakthrough a few nights ago, I've taken up bird watching.
Bird watching?
So I'm outside. I'm trying to be very quiet. I'm waiting for the birds to come. There haven't been any tonight.
Interesting. So you're looking for night birds, I think? You're looking for night birds, huh?
Yeah, any birds that are outside. I enjoy watching them.
What are your... So when did you get into this? What made you want to get into bird watching, Duncan?
I just needed something calming to do. After our last discussion, I realized that I wasn't doing enough.
Nobody Radio Underhill with a communal vision, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, B, V, U, W, X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3, 8, D, J, L, K, A, K, S. Larry Pickle Jar is SS in Orbeez, Hobbies, Hobby Rest, Narble Flar, McDiperman. Hold on. OM Godspeed, I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you... Blossom's not working, so I'm going to give you something else.
In unity, I vanish. In violence, I am made manifest. For all of time, until form becomes formless, until the commotion of being gives way to eternal silence.
This is for Godspeed.
Success is fun and feels good because you are good when you do it.
And one more for Godspeed because Blossom's not working.
Being poor is bad.
Blessings and namaste. Now. So we're bird watching, Duncan, and it's a kind of a confusing thing to do at night because I feel like you're going to see more birds at day when the sun's out. Is this a sort of beginner's thought, or take me inside your thought process of bird watching at night?
I do it during the day too. And again, I'm trying to be quiet because I don't want to spook the birds. Can you hear me?
Spook the birds. We don't want to spook the birds. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. You have a beautiful voice.
Okay. So I'm out here right now, and I'm out in the front yard, and I've got my penis out. And the first step is to look for any birds, and the second step is to masturbate. It's kind of a double hobby.
So you masturbate outside while bird watching?
I haven't yet, out of respect for the program, but after we get off this call, most likely yes.
Interesting.
I'll try to find the first bird.
How do
and
the
then
birds
start
react to
masturbate.
you cranking?
If they're regular birds, they usually just do their own thing until I start to make my own bird sounds. I only respond to my sexual gratification with bird sounds while I'm bird watching.
So they enjoy it.
I don't know. I don't speak bird.
And when you're masturbating, are you thinking about the birds?
I am. I'm both thinking about birds and humans and maybe bird humans.
Are you thinking about having sex with a bird human?
Many times, yes. I do enjoy anthropomorphic shows like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Right. Beautiful. And tell me, describe. We got the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. We got Big Bird. Would you have sex with Big Bird?
I would probably want to have sex with Oscar the Grouch. I think Big Bird it would be like 3 or 4 steps up from me. I'd feel kind of like imposter syndrome with Big Bird.
Like inadequate. You'd feel just too intensely, like you'd want to work out if you had a prospect of fucking Big Bird.
I would continually, I'd probably be very jealous when we went out to dinner, yeah. I would feel like everybody was trying to get with Big Bird. Yeah.
Right. So you gotta, so if like Big Bird's a 9, you're shooting for a 5 or 6. Because you just can't handle it emotionally.
I think emotionally I am a 5 or a 6 on a good day. So I'm shooting for a 2 or a 3. In bird human.
Right. I'm trying to think of I'm trying to think of like the sexiest bird I've ever seen. Is there something in your mind when I ask you what the sexiest bird you've ever seen is? What comes to mind? What's your 10?
Oh, I already know. The woman that played Popeye's wife in the live-action Robin Williams movie, she was also the wife to Jack Nicholson in The Shining. She looks a lot like a human bird.
What's her name again?
I forget her name.
Orchestar Communal Vision says big old ostrich ass.
And big old chicken breasts, yeah.
Shelley Duvall.
Oh yeah. Shelley Duvall. Shelley McCall.
I think there's something to that. I think there's something to this. You're kind of awakening something in me right now, if I'm being completely honest with you. Just man to man, Duncan. I'm thinking about having sex with bird person right now, and I'm getting pretty...
There's something there. Birds,
getting pretty souped up.
The eye contact just stays with you. It's haunting. There's a reason why the raven is such an integral figure in storytelling.
Yeah, they have like a prehistoric look to their eyes, depending on the animal, depending on the bird. If I could... What do you feel about penguins?
So smart.
Would you have sex with a penguin?
I love penguins. Right, yeah, penguins are great. They come with their own little sweater on. They mate for life, so once I settle down with a penguin, we're locked in.
That's true. They also killed themselves.
That's a risk I'm willing to take for love.
They've got a very, sometimes they just go rogue. You know, you ever see that clip from that Werner Herzog documentary?
Yeah, that was kind of heartbreaking. But it's good.
It got me pumped up. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know it's like probably sad or whatever, but like seeing that level of chaos in another animal in the animal kingdom, I felt a very profound sense of connection. Probably the same kind of connection that I see a lot of people feel when they see like a baby otter or a baby chimp. Watching that penguin kill himself made me feel, you know, I like a profound connection to nature.
When you're at death's door, it changes perspectives.
Right.
Anal doesn't seem to be such a touchy subject at that point. You have to think birds, they don't really, it's not a big deal to have anal sex, or like if something's stuck in your cloaca, you just use the butt, the bird butt.
Interesting. So, are you saying that if to those of our viewers that are considering anal, but a little shy about it, are you saying that sort of just maybe doing like a death meditation or might be helpful and kind of just sort of easing the nerves, easing the tensions?
Well, I'm not talking about the nerves in the buttocks. That's different. But emotionally, you're spot on, Guru. Like, I think we could all be a little bit open-minded about anal sex as an adventure on its own, as a part of meditation for what our life means and the value that we give life versus death. Absolutely.
Wow. Listen, let's just leave it right there. Leave it right there because
beautiful. This
has been very profound and very beautiful. And don't get too good at that bird watching. Don't fuck it up, okay? You stay bird watching at night. That's not a good idea. But that also makes the hobby of bird watching so much more important to your life now that you're doing kind of stuff that just is kind of dumb.
When I do it during the day, they call the police on me.
Right. Is that the bird watching or the masturbation though?
It is the same thing, yes.
Okay. Well, let's just leave that there. Let's maybe unpack that next time we talk, okay?
Yes, Guru. Thank you, Guru.
Namaste to you, Duncan. Thank you so much for making the time to call in tonight.
Namaste. Good night.
Namaste. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What an exploration tonight, everyone. What an absolutely gorgeous time. Guys, you guys were with me 2 nights in a row. Last night, ladies' night. This night, hobbies. The passions were high on a number of subjects. And you hung in there with me. You went on the sojourn with me. You filled your knapsack with trail mix and a little and a new pair and a fresh pair of socks, and you said, Leslie, I'm coming along with you wherever you go. And I appreciate it. I can't tell you how much that means to me. What a beautiful Saturday evening we've had with one another. Namaste to you, and namaste to every single person who's come in and out of here. Welcome. Welcome, everybody that just joined up. I really appreciate that. S3NOJ, namaste to you. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you. Guys, gorgeous Saturday. We are at the end of our exploration tonight. End of the exploration tonight. We explored hobbies. We've had some really important conversations, really important explorations. And listen, I want everyone to know that as we saw the passions unleashed onto the screen, I loved every second of it. If anything, it wasn't vicious enough. If anything, it was too polite. If anything, I didn't feel enough balls and pussy in that fight. I wanted to feel more. But I love seeing that because, you know, you go to any of these other channels and they're doing this sort of soft shoe of support and empathy, and it's hideous. It's disgusting. I genuinely despise this behavior. You know, because there's streamers that I genuinely I want to think, you know, I want to respect them. I want to think better of them. And I see a little bit of their work and I think, oh, interesting. I go check their stream out. They start doing this support bullshit. Fake, repressed, and ultimately extremely harmful. Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Guys, I want to thank my moderators. I want to thank my community of devoted light. I want to thank everybody who called up tonight. I want to thank everybody who supported the stream. I saw there were a lot of terminations. Also, I want to say, guys, let's sing a quick you know what. Let's sing a happy birthday to brother Fram. To Fram Weard. Guys, on the count of 3, let us all sing. Wherever you are, happy birthday to Fram Weard. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Fram Weard. Happy birthday to you. Beautiful streams, guys. Beautiful stream tonight. Beautiful stream last night. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, consider joining the community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. Get your name up on this little list of people here you see on the screen. Blessings and namaste to everyone. We'll be back Tuesday with a brand new exploration with Leslie Tanner. And at our normal time, you know, unless the universe strikes me down with another surge of bowel business. Hopefully not, you know, hopefully not. But either way, I cherish you and namaste. Let's take this energy of warmth. No, Phil Z coming in. This is going to be upsetting, but let's get it out of the way and then take it over to Phil or to Abba. We'll be back Tuesday, guys. Tuesday with our regular exploration with Leslie Tanner. Communal Vision coming in from Phil Z74. Leslie has herpes. Go fuck yourself, Phil. And happy birthday to Fram. And namaste, everyone. We'll see you Tuesday. Let's say hi to Applebox. YouTube, guys, thanks for hanging out. Laser, brother Laser. I love you, brother Laser. Thank you for hanging out.